Welcome to my channel. Here we are going to work on this particular problem, and so we have it on page 104 of engineering drawing book 2. And what we want to do here is to produce the curve of interpenetration of these two solids. As you can see here that a cone intersects a cylinder. So we want to produce the curve interpenetration, and then we are going to produce surface development of the cone. Okay, so looking at dimensions, we have that so distance from here to here to where we have the center line of the cone is 64 millimeters, and distance of this center line of the cone to the end of the cylinder here is 20 millimeters. The diameter of the cylinder is 32 millimeters, and then the diameter of the cone is 76 millimeters, and then this center line of the cylinder is at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal, and then the distance of this point of this point on the cone from this point here on the cylinder is 64 millimeters. So we are going to make use of these dimensions to produce the given view. Then we go on and produce the curve of interpenetration and also the surface development of the cone. So let's start. So the first thing that we need to do is to take our 30 degrees set square, and then so with our 30 degrees set square, so like this, so we are going to draw. So we draw a center line at angle 30 degrees to the horizontal. So as you can see it here. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I will take my 60 degrees set square, the 60 degree side of this set square. I'm going to draw a line that will be at a right angle to this line. So that is very, very important. So use 60 degree side of your set square to do that. So we draw this line with 60 degree side of this set square like this. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I will take my compass and take a measurement of 16 millimeters, which is half of 32, as that of the diameter of the cylinder is 32 millimeters. So the radius is 16 millimeters. So I take a measurement of 16 millimeters like this. I'm putting it at this point. I'm going to draw a semicircle. So we draw a semicircle like this. So we draw a semicircle, and this semicircle I'm going to divide into 6 equal parts. So we have this point, so putting it there. So we also put at this point, so we draw an arc here, and also we draw an arc here. So then I put it at this point, and I will draw an arc here. Alright, so we are dividing into 6 equal parts. So I'm going to number this point on semicircle. So this point is 0, so this point is 1, this point is 2, this point here is 3, so this is 2, this is 1, and this is 0 on the semicircle. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to take a measurement of 20 millimeters on this line. So from this point I will take 20 millimeters. So this is 20, okay, so this is 20 millimeters here, this is 20 millimeters. Then from this 20 millimeters I will take a measurement of 64 millimeters. So this is 64 millimeters here. So with the 60 degree side of my set square, I'm going to so draw a line here like this, and at this point I will also at this point, with that same 60 degree side of my set square, I will also draw this line. Then with 30 degree side, I'm going to draw a line from here. So from here I will draw this line, and at this point also I will also draw a line at 30 degree to the horizontal, so that a parallel to the center line that we have drawn. So we have this now. So this is for the cylinder. Now for the cone, so what we are going to do now is that at this point So at this point, I'm going to draw a vertical line at this point. So we draw a vertical line at this point. So the vertical line goes, it will be a center line, so it goes like this. So vertical center line, so it goes like this. Alright, so then I'm going to take a measurement of 64 millimeters on this line, 64 millimeters on this line. So this is 64 millimeters here. So here I'm going to draw horizontal line. So I draw horizontal line. So this is it. Alright, so with this horizontal line that I've drawn, the next thing is that I will take 38 millimeters, which is half of the diameter of the cone. The diameter of the cone is 76. Half of 76 is 38 millimeters. So I'll take 38 millimeters here on this set square. So this is 38 millimeters. So I put at this point. So and I'm going to draw a semicircle here like this. Okay, so this semicircle I will also divide into 6 equal parts. So I have this point here, then putting at this point, I have this point, so this point, and then so putting at this point, I make an arc here. Alright, so now, so having done this, the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to number this point. So this point now, I will call this point 0. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is point 3. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Alright, so now, so next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to, this point that we have on the semicircle, I will draw a vertical line. So from point 2, so here I will draw a vertical line from point 2 to meet this horizontal line. And then from point 1, I will also draw a vertical line to the horizontal line like this. And then from point 1, I will draw a vertical line to the horizontal line, and from point 2, I will draw a vertical line to the horizontal line. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do here is that, so from this point 3 here, I'm going to draw a line. So connecting this point 3 with this point here on the center line of the cone. So we draw this line within continuous line. Also from this point 2 here, I will also draw a line connecting with the apex of the cone. Also point 1, I will draw a line, so connecting it with the apex of the cone. Then point 1 that we have here, so I will draw a line connecting it with the apex of the cone. Also this point 2 here, we also draw it, so connect it with the apex of the cone. So why this point 3 now? So we join it, we also draw it, so connecting it together with the apex of the cone, so as you can see here. So there is it. Alright, so we have everything done here. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I need to make sure some parts are thickened out. So for example, this one has to be a thick line from here to here. Okay, then for this one, so from here to here, to be a thick line. So from alright, so and then so we also make this a thick line from here to here, and then so we make this a thick line from here to here, and then so we also thicken this out. Alright, so this is what we have now. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I need to draw, so with my 30-degree side, I need to draw this line. Though I may not need this one, so I only need the one up there. So draw this line. So coming here now, these are the ones that I need. So I will also draw this line at 30°, and this line also I will draw it at 30°. Alright, so to get the curve of interpenetration of these two solids, so this is how it goes. This I'm going to do. So this point here now, so here we have this line is so just follow me. So this point, so we have this point here, then we have this point. Okay, so we have this point. So here, so coming to this side, so we have this point here, then here we have this point here now. So then we have what we have. So we have this point. Okay, so we have this point here, and then so we have what we have, this point. So these are the points that we are going to connect together to obtain the curve of interpenetration of these two solids. So just do it the way I did it. So next thing that we are going to do is that we take French curve and we are joining this point together with the use of the French curve. So this is it. Okay, so I can join these 3 points together like this. And then, so these 2 points, or these 3 points, I can join them together. And then, so I can connect this point together with this. Alright, so that is how the curve of interpenetration of these two solids look. Now, let's develop the surface of the cone, so of the truncated cone. It has become truncated now, so we want to develop its surface. So what are we to do with this now? So let's go. So all right, so I will just come here. So so don't forget that this type of cone is a right cone. It's not an oblique cone, it's a right cone. So we don't have to look for the true length of the radial lines. So all I need to do is to draw a horizontal line here. Okay, so let's say this point here is point O here, and also this point is point O here. So all I need to do is to take my compass and take the distance from this point O to this point 3 here. Okay, then I'll put at this point, I will draw an arc like this. Okay, alright, so having done this, so we are opening it from this point. This is where we are opening it from. We are opening it on this from this point. We are asked to draw to open it from the shortest side. So this point here, so if I'm to renumber this, so let me renumber this. So I'll just call this point, this is point 0, this is point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3, this is point 4, this is point 5, and this is point 6. So I just like to renumber it like this. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is that, so we are opening from 0, so this is point 0 here now. So then I'm going to take take distance. I'll just take this distance from here to here on the arc. So anyone that I take is also the same. So I take this distance like this. So from here to here, then I'm going to make 12 points here. 12 points, this is 1, and this is 2. So here this is 3. So I'll pause the video and do the remaining. Alright, so then I'm going to number this point. So this paper it will have been able to take what we are doing. So so this point here, this is point 0 here. Okay, so for the other one, and this is point, this will be okay, so this point will be point so here we have what, here we have 1, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, so this will be 2, so this is 3, and this is 3. here we have 4. Okay, so this is 4, this is 5, and this is 5. Then we have 6 here in the middle. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is to connect this point together with point O, which is the apex. So we join this point together. So I'll pause the video and quickly do that. Alright, so then the next thing that we are going to do, what we need to do is that we only need to take the distance from this point to each of this line. So this is what we have left. So we want to remove this part from the whole of this. That's what we want to do. It's very simple. So because what we have left is what we see here. So I should have made this arc, I should have made it a thick line, but I will still do that. So we put midpoint of our compass at this point O here. We extend it to this point here. This is the point where we have this is point 3. This point here is where we have point 3. This point. So sorry, that's point O, not point 0, not point 3. That's point 0. So don't let us make that mistake. So this is point 0 here. So we put it at 0 or at this point. So make an arc here and make an arc here at 0. So then from this point, so we extend it to where we have this point 1. So this is where we have 1. At this point we have 1 here. So we put it at this point here. So we make an arc on 1, and we also make an arc on 1 here. Okay, so next is from this point O again to where we have 2. So point 2 is here. So this is where we have okay, sorry, this is where we have what we have 2 at this point. Sorry, this is where I have 1. This is where we have 1. I'm sorry for that. So this is now for 1. So this one is for 1. This point is for 1. Following this line. So this is where we have point 1. So we take it like that. So that's why I said we have to be very careful so that we will not be confused. Okay. So we just took 1 now. So then we have point 2. So point 2, this is where we have 2. So which is this point here. This is where we have point 2. So we put it at this point and on line 2. So we take this and we take this. Okay. Then for 3, so for 3, so we have this point. So this is where we have 3 here. So we put it at this point and we make an arc here on 3. So making an arc here on 3. The next one is 4. So this is where we have 4. So we have this point for 4. So we put it at this point. So here we have 4. And this also 4. So next one is 5. So this is where we have 5. Okay. So putting it here. So here we have 5. And this also 5. So the last one is 6. So then we have this point here. This is the point for 6. So we put it here and we make an arc for 6. So all these points, we are going to join them together. So this point here, so here we have this point for 1. This is for 2. This is for 3. So this is for 4. And this is for 5. Here is 6. This is 5. This is 4. This is 3. This is 2. This is 1. And this is 0. Okay, so we join this point together. So it goes like this. So first of all, join these two. Alright, so here we also replicate the same thing. Alright, so then alright, so now we're almost done. Need to make this a thick line. Also, we make this a thick line. Alright, so this is the surface development of the cone. As you can see here, it's a truncated cone. It's as simple as I've done it here. So there's something I want to do. I'd like you to watch the next part of this video. I want us to develop the surface of this cylinder. So let's see how it's going to look. We are going to take the seam. So we are going to take the seam to be at this point. So I'm going to develop it, and that will be in the next video. Thank you, and God bless you.